Welcome to the Soul of Innovation podcast. I am Thomas Anglero. I want to ask you a question. What is the cost of your happiness? Let me tell you a story. I ran into a person I have not met in probably 15 years. This guy, he's a father to kids, but when the last time I met him, he had just divorced his wife. And he found a new one. I found out yesterday. Didn't marry her. He said there's no cost benefit for that. And one of the things he said with the group that I was with, all the women around me, after he left, they kept on saying, "Isn't that incredible?" When we asked him, "How are you doing?" he paused and said, "You know, I'm doing really well." And they all hung on to that. I've known this guy for a long time. And the first thing and the only thing I could think of what did it cost for him? What did it cost others for him to be happy? His God is money. His Northern Star is money. For him to be happy, a lot of people along the way had to lose a lot of money so that he has a lot of money. A lot of people have heartache. A lot of people, like his former wife, have broken hearts, broken souls. But he's happy because that's the cost of his happiness. And I wanted to know something. What's the cost of your happiness? Does it take you getting a promotion, and which means someone else doesn't get the promotion? You getting a bonus, you getting some money, you getting the project, you getting put on the team, you getting selected, you winning an award, you getting that guy, you getting that girl. What is the cost of your happiness? Have you ever seen your life from that perspective? Do you see your life from a perspective of, I have to get something. I need this. I must obtain that. I must get. I want. I need. That means that someone else must lose for you to be happy. Looking at this guy work, all the people around me, and all of them being so happy for him. He never spoke directly to me. We hadn't seen each other in 15 years. We used to talk all the time. All the time. Go for walks, everything. And when he showed up and was going around hugging everybody, and I hugged him, he hugged me, and I told him, "It's been a while." He looked at me and said, yeah. And I understood. And those 15 years, he's seen me be on stages, he's seen me in the news, he's heard about me, but never did he lift his finger. Never did he lift up a mobile phone. Never did he send an email. Never did he tap me on the shoulder to say hi. Because he would not gain from it. Because the cost of his happiness is only when he gets something. If he sees someone else happy, that does not contribute to his happiness. Is that the way you are? Think about it. Do you embrace when someone else is doing well? Do you celebrate it? I remember driving in a car and I was on the highway, and some guy in a really nice big Range Rover, looked brand new, had slid off the highway in the wintertime. And my first thought was, my God, I hope everybody's okay. I had about 4 people in my car. They all rolled down their windows laughing and pointing at the guy saying, serves you right. The cost of their happiness, the people in my car, was somebody else's misery and potentially losing their life. If they had kids in that car, those poor kids are traumatized. But the people in my car, the cost of their happiness was somebody else's agony and somebody else's trauma. Are you that way? What is the cost of your happiness? Do you celebrate other people's success? And I'm not talking about your favorite football team or your favorite player. That's sports. That's different. I'm talking about people in your life who you know, who you see on a regular basis. Do you celebrate their success privately? Ooh, that was deep. Without them even knowing you're celebrating their success. That is how you should do it. The answer to the question, what is the cost of your happiness? The cost of your happiness should be that you're only seeking to make other people happy. The cost of your happiness is that a day of doing well for others has given you a day and a moment of happiness. That is the correct cost of happiness. That is the only currency of happiness. It's not about what you obtain. It's about what you give. This guy yesterday went on around the room, talked to everyone, and ignored me. Because at the end of the day, if your cost of happiness is to leech and suck people dry, those people who see through your bull, remind you of who you are, and you cannot escape what you are. Don't be that person. Give love. Be love. Celebrate other people's success. Help people when they're down, not to make yourself feel better, because that's what they need in that moment. What is the cost of your happiness? If you never looked in your life from that perspective, pause this podcast and spend some time. Go forth and spread beauty and light. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Don't celebrate other people's misery. Don't celebrate other people's losses, because now you're in a better place. Does that sound familiar? If it does, you're not out of time. Just leave that person behind. Find yourself, and others will find you, and love will find you. Financial freedom will find you. You will be a magnet. You'll be skipping through life. Negative things won't happen to you because you embody love. The cost of your happiness, the answer is 0. Because everything makes you happy. Yesterday for me was a beautiful day. I truly loved it. can you say the same for your yesterday? I'm Thomas Anglero. I'm your biggest fan. I truly do love you and believe in you. The cost of your happiness is nothing, because you are happy. Until next time. Thank you for listening to that episode. If you want to contact me, you can contact me on my website at anglero.com, and you can also subscribe to the newsletter, or you can find me anywhere on social media with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you so much, and I hope to hear from you very soon.